Hey everybody, my name is Steven Rylander. Thanks for visiting my channel. Today I'm wanting to talk to you about working with signed models, and that is models that have a contract or have been signed with a modeling agency. A lot of the times when you're just starting out in photography, working directly with a modeling agent isn't going to be possible. And the reason is because you need to develop your own portfolio to be able to show these agents and these models the type of work that you can do. In order to get to that point, you want to start collaborating with other creatives to be able to create shoots for your own portfolio. For my circumstance, I was a member of a local group on Facebook that connects those people, and Jasmine Daly, who at the time was signed with Next Models, and she reached out during the pandemic, and I jumped at the chance to work with her because she has a great look. I had already been looking at creating a shoot based on a location that I had visited before that had these really cool rock formations, and I thought would be just an amazing spot to do a fashion shoot. When I got connected with Jasmine, we were able to create a look because she had access to a really great wardrobe. We picked out some clothing options together and kind of created this concept of a bit of a 70s high fashion type of style. And I thought it worked really well, not only with her look, being that she had long blonde hair and a real kind of 70s hippie kind of vibe, and then the location to complement that as well. Anyways, let's take a look at some of the images, and I'll walk you through what we're able to create that way. What you will notice right off the bat is how beautiful the natural location is. If you choose a location that is exceptional, it really can elevate your production value of your entire shoot. And as you can see, the lighting setup is quite simple. I use the sun as a backlight and a highlight, and I used an external bounce to increase exposure onto her face and body. And I tend to like to do this so that you don't get crazy highlights on the face. And in this shot as well, she's covering her face from the sun, and I'm actually bouncing light onto the shadow side to create some highlights. Now, when I was directing her in terms of posing, I didn't give her a lot of direction off the bat. What I did say to her was to try different things, take some risks with what you're doing, because my goal is to make her look good and the image to look good. And if there's something about what she's doing that really works, then I'll really encourage that. In turn, if there's something that she isn't doing then that looks good, then I'll try to redirect her into a different pose or tell her to try something different. In this particular image, I did have a definitive idea of what I wanted, and I told her to, take her leg out and bend it slightly. And I think that it shows her shape to her body well, and is really complementary to her figure, and creates kind of a shape even with her leg to mirror and complement the rock formations around her. And so I really like that image. And whenever I am doing a fashion shoot, I'm always going to go in and do a closer portrait. And I really like this image of her. I think that it has a lot of attitude. I think it shows the great makeup that was done. Again, it's highlighting the hair, so it gets this airy type feel. And then I'm just simply using a bounce on her face to balance out that exposure, and so there's not these harsh shadows on her face. And even in post-production, I probably lightened her skin and her eyes to make those features pop significantly. But this is a really beautiful image of her. And again, she was just trying different things with her poses, and when we moved over to these rocks, I really liked the idea of kind of her hanging off these rocks and creating a bit of an arc with her body from her heel all the way up to her shoulders. And by creating this shape, it's accentuating her figure, but it's also creating a shape amongst the rocks with their natural shape. And after having looked at this image for a long time, I even see a little bit of a face in the rocks that she's holding on to. You can kind of see the nose and the mouth, and it's just a different aspect. What I will love about these rocks is it creates these really harsh transitions between shadow and highlights, creating this texture that is quite striking. And I think that it just adds so much production value with this. And as you can see, the first image was a lot of ocean on rocks, and then we're just simply using the rocks and some of the trees as the background. And so you have these two really striking different looks, but they tie in together to work in sort of the story that I was telling. Anyways, everybody, thanks for checking out the video. This is going to wrap it up. Please like, subscribe, comment, maybe turn on the notifications after you subscribe so you can find out all the videos that I post in the future. Hope you guys have a great day, and talk to you later.